Miley Cyrus. It's a party in the USA. I am about to decease myself out of the party that Miley Cyrus didn't have, which is herself at a funeral because she's not myself in the money. What's wrong with it? I don't have a funeral of myself right now. There was a funeral of myself, which is the funeral. It's true that when you're at a funeral, that's what's wrong with a funeral. Who's at the funeral? Who's not at the funeral? Who's in the um, casket or coffin? Who's not in there? 6 feet under? Are there 6 feet in the coffin? Who of the 6 feet is in the coffin? Um, and the coffin or casket goes lowered all the way down into the ground. How deep? Because 6 feet is deep. That would be if the person was standing up in the grave, they'd be about that tall. A female's not doing a funeral, but I can see that you don't understand the difference between males and females when the male is not being ordered by myself in heaven because I'm alive right here to let you know that I believe there's no reason to be in heaven. I can see that you're clearly against myself right here, and I'm just this much of the threatening, just this one Godhead. That means I'm not in heaven trying to say with myself, I'm not interested in being alive here to speak for myself that I don't agree with you. And now I am here speaking for myself that I don't agree with you. And you don't actually hear me because you have another problem that's aún peor, worse. And that is even worse. That is that you don't know I don't need what I need for me. I need what I need for alive. And you try to eliminate that I have a creator of myself and that I have leverage into alive. And that's why I look like this. And that's why I am myself. I have leverage over myself being in alive and everything having to do with while I'm alive and until myself deceased out of the formed world. And there's no real need for you to try to say that you are um, really only for yourself because you weigh in your body on a scale. You weigh in your body on a scale, but you're not all fighters and you weigh on a scale and then you get into a ring and you fight, or you go into the octagon and you fight. You are actually speaking over that you've been weighed in, whereas if you've been weighed in for a fight, you go into the ring and you really only have the rules in the ring. When you're speaking, there's no rules about the speaking. After you've been weighed in at the doctor's office, it's true that you don't have karma to be anywhere. The doctors weigh in everyone, and I've been weighed in at the doctor's office, but I'm a hostage. I don't want to be at a doctor's office if the doctor can't get me a place to live away from somebody who took me there in a car. That's why you shouldn't weigh everybody in at the doctor's office. I'm somebody who should not be weighed in anywhere because I'm none higher than me deceased, and I'm disclosed as deceased here because you weighed me in at the pediatrician, and here we are. Now you don't have another threat on me. We are deceased in the threatening. And I don't afford that you don't know what you are, and I do afford that I don't know what you are. You don't understand me, period. I'm the order for this formed world. And if you don't understand me, which you don't, you can't be in this formed world and you need to make your way to the exit. You need to leave the formed world because you alived yourself. You're illegally alive, you alived yourself, and you need to leave the way that you alived here, which is illegally leaving that you were here illegally alive. and making extensive videos, several hundred videos, because of some minutes each, not hours, not like movies. Some minutes videos, several hundred of them, because I'm going to decease myself out of this Godhead, and I'm deceasing the genitals, feminine genitals, out of my order completely. I can't take the pain that it is to myself in either place. I can't be in heaven and I'm in pain, and I can't be here and in pain. I'm in danger here, which is worse than pain because I don't have what it takes to secure the Godhead when I'm in the door locking. You are an other ordered, I'm not in your ordered, and I don't have what it takes to be here safely for myself. So I'm leaving that I have feminine genitals on the Godhead that will never be alive again. So that's what I'm deceasing here, very thoroughly and carefully, because I want myself elsewhere to know that I did die out of myself because it was illegal. It was illegal to be everywhere, and it died. One more thing I would like to add is Noah Ricken is no longer my boyfriend. And did you hear me just say that? I can't actually tell you what's wrong with it. There's somebody named Noah Ricken who made about some months, 6 months, about 6 months of talking to me, calling me, and seeing me on the weekends. And he was at school, but I was at school before I knew him. And he tried to talk to me about myself uh, leaving my order, which was I was in high school. And I don't really know him that way because he didn't offer me anything else. Swears. And if he was just telling me to leave, my parents were there and they did meet him and they did ride in a car with him, and he didn't say anything in front of me and in front of them about me leaving Homestead High School. And if he was trying to walk me off from my parents, he also didn't say that in front of them, which would have cleared that up why he was talking to me at all. So I don't, I didn't leave high school because my parents didn't tell me that I should. The school bus was still coming. Um, I didn't take the morning bus at a certain point, but I was taking the morning bus at that time. In junior year of high school, I took the morning bus. Senior year of high school, I got a ride to school, but I took the bus home from school, and that all happened for myself. But I think Noah Ricken has some problem with that. He doesn't have custody of himself. I realize that, but that is really none of my business, is it? If Noah Ricken is being ordered by the creation of himself and he's telling me I need to leave him and himself because he's got a problem with himself, I don't see what that has to do with me because he is himself, I am myself, and I must decease myself. And I am here in the year 2025. And that was in the year 1994. So are we counting 29 years of alive? I've been alive 29 years after Noah Ricken told me that I should, I don't know, try to go someplace where he doesn't know where I am anymore. And that's really true that I don't have leverage that way to go someplace where Noah Ricken doesn't know where I am. Nope, I don't have leverage that way right here. He knows where I am because he's in heaven watching me make this video. And that's true that I don't know him that way at all. Nope, I don't. I'm the overlord and I can see where Noah Ricken is now, and I can see that it's not due to be here for him at all. It's true that he had no home and it was his problem to be elsewhere. I am not ordered to have a boyfriend. Donna is get out of my house. And if she can't move her leverage the way she gets it into a car and drives, I don't know how to help you because it's not your house. It really is not alive that way. If you have a personality disorder, I am here to let you know that you have one. Well, that's just what you are. You can't be in my house with that. You can't tell me to get out of my house. I can hear you, but I'm still not yourself. You're still not myself. Did you take everything I need? Well, in case you want to know why the world's been going on this way, it's because you are pretty much leveraged over what I eat every day and what I wear and where I sleep. You watch my sleep when I'm asleep and I can't see you. Well, that's what you're fighting over. All of America, party in the USA. You don't agree with it. You don't know anything about me. You don't know that you did that to the Godhead so you could have, I don't know, whatever was on your mind of happy. I don't think you should be happy on my time. I don't have time for you to be happy. I have time for you to be unclean death. Illegal alive is doing an unclean death, and you don't think that about yourself. You think you're going to die in your sleep, and that's an unnatural death. You're not going to die of sleep. That you glutton something and then you lay down and you fell asleep and you're going to die of that you fell asleep. That's not my order. I'm putting you out of alive. Noah Ricken, you are going out of alive harder than I've ever seen. I am someday going to be comfortable in front of you. Well, I am going to acknowledge here that when I see Noah Ricken problem again in the afterlife, the way I will be comfortable is that this Godhead feminine will be deceased out of its genitals, and then I would see him in another way with no genitals. That's me seeing him, and he doesn't see me the way I see him, but it will be comfortable from my point of view because it's too much karma to tell you that Noah Ricken is not alive in the money. He's alive in the threatening that he's not paying out his order, and who asked him to because he was always due outside homeless. I couldn't move Noah Ricken from here to there. I couldn't move Noah Ricken from here to there, and he's absolutely homeless because he's not myself and he is a molester of the threatening that he is due outside homeless on the point that he is himself deceased the wrong way. And you can't be arrogant and you can't be forceful. I am myself. You cannot say that. You are not yourself. I say I am myself, and it is shouted, deceased. The whole creation of the whole world, number 17, right here. I shouted myself deceased. I am myself. And you are the rest of you not to speak English when I am shouted. You have so much nerve. You are like some kind of a god to myself. Yes, you are. If I put all of you together, you are the reverse of what I am, which is that I am the Godhead, and I am none higher than me deceased. And you are everybody who is not myself in some kind of coordinated creator that you know how to speak to me, and you know who I am when it comes to that you owe me something, and the answer is no from you. You, every one of you, in my whole life, over 45 years, has said no to me about everything I am to myself and everything I need with myself. And I am God. And I am just this big. And that was all that was ever there for me, not for you. I'm not here for you. You're here for you. But you don't get along. And you've been checking my address and threatening me. I don't have everything that moves. Everything I need that moves. And you have some kind of real problem with who you are now. Because I wasn't born that way. I wasn't born that way to see that everything moves. and it moves away from myself when I need it most. That's not a contest. I don't actually need you to take things away from me to make me some kind of a blasphemy in my mind that God isn't holding things in place for myself and I'm alive anyway. That's because I'm not alive for myself only. I have leverage on myself. And you do things like take a plate of food away from myself, and I have leverage on myself that I must be alive for that. There is the formed world here. That means the plate itself is formed, and I'm here because the plate itself is formed, and you took it away from me so that I can't eat it. Got it, but I'm alive here because the plate itself is formed. I'm here for all of formed God, and I'm here for myself, that it's the order. If it's not formed, my order's not formed, I'm not here. That means you can't take what I need away from me because you don't believe in me, because I make a small motion to let you know that you don't stay here. You're really not welcome here. Everybody who's not myself, you're not welcome here. I'm not selling myself to your comments. You're threatening to make comments. I can read some of them, but I'm sure I don't see them all. I don't assume anything. I've only seen a handful of comments in my life. Of the several hundred videos I've made and posted, many of them are posted. There are many videos I made that are not posted on YouTube or anywhere on the internet. Unless God is posting them for me. Sometimes I ask God to post things for me when He creates the internet. It's all supposed to be for me. The internet is for me. I'm not here to entertain you. The comments let me know that you're illegally using an internet service provider I didn't pay for myself. You can't make a payment if you're not myself. I'm the one who doesn't know you. You don't know each other doesn't make you all a soul to each other. I am the only soul there is. When you talk about, say, I am a soul, you can't say I'm a soul. You are not an I that way. If you say I'm a soul, you have to say first, I'm not a soul, and say I'm not an I. And you're homeless. I don't speak English. I'm not I. When you hear me speak, you're supposed to recognize me because I speak. The rest of you don't speak as do. That's how you know who I am. I'm the one speaking. I'm the one here.